Welcome to Babonga's channel for an almost indestructible inox steel wire and obsidian ring. Start with a barrel bead with a wide hole and 30 centimeters of inox steel wire. Bend lightly, thread the bead in the middle of the wire, grab. Now remove the bead and bend the wire sharply to create a right angle where the end of the bead was. Thread again and repeat, leaving a little distance. And we have the crown, which is the bead between two wire shoulders. Now find an object with the diameter of your finger and place the bead and the wire like this and start making turns. You need 1 whole and a half turn for each side. Now the other side. Again a whole turn and a half and bring both wires up. Inox steel is very hard, so you have to push to get it where you want it to be. And you have something like this now. We need the two ends to be equal in length, so cut if needed. Now they look okay, but the ends are sharp and pointy and we need to file. Use a file or rough sandpaper to fix that. Now we are ready. With your round-nosed pliers, create a hook or a loop that is not entirely closed. Make one wire first and then you have to repeat that for the other end wire. Now look what we must do. Let's do it. Grab it and turn it towards the shoulder of the ring. And then grab it again and gently but firmly bring it down so the hook passes under the shoulder of the ring. And then work to make it go around and create a kind of spiral there. Take your time to work on these spirals to make them look symmetrical. Maybe bend a little bit on them, or even you can make a little bend at each shoulder, like I'm doing here. After you finish with this, check your rings so no wires overlap and try it. Now we'll use 50 centimeters of thinner steel wire. We have to thread this through the loops and the hole of our bead. That means that the loops are kind of aligned, so this becomes easy. Next, we have delicate wire work to do. Grab firmly from one side and start making tiny loops around the shoulder wire of your ring. That is the wire that passes through the hole. What we need is 3 or more loops there. Very close to the bead and very tight and neat, so you can use your pliers to pull. So do that on one side and then go on and do the other. So repeat the process, making the same number of loops and taking care so your wires do not cross or overlap. Very nice so far. Now keep the 4 rings separated. We'll start with the first one on the left, the one that goes into a spiral. Pass the thin wire under as I'm doing here. And start again, wrapping around it, making little loops. The direction is down and the number is your choice. If the wire is too hard to pull, use your pliers to pull and tighten together. After making 4 or 5 little loops there, let's go on and bring the next one together. Go over the first and second wire now, again making the loops tight and close together, like this, pulling and tightening. The direction is downwards and the number is your choice. After this, we return to the shoulder wire, that is the third and middle wire. We have to go under this now. So pull and bring the thin wire under the shoulder wire. Pull tight and start making the little loops, but now the direction is upwards. As you have probably noticed, the steel wire has become harder and harder to work with. So I'm only making 3 loops there. The next step is to go under the last wire and wrap around it some more tight little loops. This is gonna be a fight now because the wire has become too hard to work with and it might break if I pull. So take your time again, because you have to make enough loops to reach where the spiral is. Now we have to cut the excess wire, and then we have to file this very sharp and pointy edge. Last thing is to hide this small end, tuck it in under the crown. And now that you finished the first side, you have to do the other one exactly the same. Make your ring more elegant by separating the 4 wires at the bottom in pairs. If you don't bring the spirals too close together, the bead turns. And this was it.